Hello everybody and welcome to the Comic Skate Art stream. My name is Brian. How are you guys doing? Yes, this is just starting because I was on another stream. Bob Lewis, also who runs a channel called Misandry Today, had me on his channel because he came on ours yesterday. And you know, we talked a bit about the ICMI, a little bit about the ICMI, a little bit about just language, the left, things like that. The conversation around language and the left, which I think is a very important one to have. And of course, I got to get on my soapbox a bit. Something I don't mind doing because I think that it's important. But yeah, how are you guys doing? So I'm going to be refining. Hold on a second. I'm going to be refining some things in Englewood today. I'm on page 2. I looked at page 2. It looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to need much. Unless... No, you know what? I don't think it's too bad. So what I'm going to do is, one thing I wanted to do was add some flashing lights to the background here. So let's see. I gotta find some points first. This should be on its own layer, just making sure. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to kind of looks like the light's coming out of his junk. It's okay if it's not perfect. I don't suspect people are gonna be like trying to measure this shit, but greetings, Shaman King. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to lower the opacity on this to about there. And then I'll make a layer on top of it. And we'll start with first. Oops. Color. And make it a little smaller. Let's try this another way. I might have some effects that I could use. Sorry guys, I'm like kind of out of it. I don't want to become too dependent on these things though, but I might need to use them. That's not good. Fog, glitter, lightning, vortex. I just want a light burst. What's up? What's up, dude? How you doing? This might work. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. That is way too busy. That's a bit better. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let it get too crowded. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna make this go away for now. I'm not gonna delete it, but... And we're going to make a mask layer on top. Fuck. I haven't done one of these in a while. Create layer mask. And... maybe... Just see if this is gonna work in the way that I hope. Let's go to pen. That's the right tool. X white. There is a way to do this. On Photoshop it was different though. Yeah, it doesn't work this way in here. So what I gotta do is we'll make another layer here and then I'll paint white on top to kind of like cut out this bit and see how this looks. This might be the best way. So, use them if you got them. Who's that? I'm good. Who's this? This is, I'm working on a comic. I'm a Comicsgate supporter. If you don't know what Comicsgate is, and you feel like going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, I suggest searching on YouTube for Comicsgate. But this is a book I'm working on called Englewood. It's being written by a guy named Micah Curtis, who was doing a lot of Comicsgate videos where he was criticizing the current state of comics. And you know, some people bitch and moan about things not being their way, and some people say, well, you know what? Why don't we change it? And so that's what this is. That's what Comicsgate is. It's basically people saying, I don't like the direction of the comic book industry. I don't like what they're doing to characters that I grew up with and how they're like they're sinking their own company, but I'm gonna make something new. And we have a lot of interest. The Indiegogo is it was at halfway there last time I looked, which is amazing. We're already thinking about stretch goals. I'm gonna be working a little bit later this week on some character sketches that will go into the sketchbook portion of the comic, which I think will be of interest to people. We'll do some sketches of some of the supporting characters, as well as sketch drawings of some villains and our main character Elijah, Elijah Wallace himself. So let's make this a little bit bigger so I can erase it better. So yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and I have put a lot on my plate, but I think that these things are important. And so I'm going to see it through. Sorry, I meant who is Xerax? Oh, I don't know. Just one of our followers. Not followers, I'm sorry. Subscribers. He's a subscriber. It's a shame we can't know where the venue is so we can check on hotel prices by other apps/websites. Well, we're offering a deal if you do it through us, so I don't know that you're going to find a better deal. And you know what? That was something I meant to bring up. The fact that we have to hide our address because we're afraid of protesters and Antifa and shit like that tells you who the establishment is, right? Could you imagine doing that anywhere else and it not getting like major media coverage? Like if I was like, I don't know, like if I was organizing a Black Lives Matter talk at a hotel, and it turned out that I can't disclose the address because, you know, the Klan might show up. I think that would make national news, and I'd get lots of support, and fucking celebs would show up and, you know, visit, and, you know, Mark Ruffalo would come and like shake my hand for a photo op or something. But men's issues? Who the fuck cares about men, right? Fuck those guys. I mean, that's basically where we're at, you know? I just realized that I could make this, I might be making this really hard for myself, like needlessly. I'm not sure though. Nah, that wouldn't work. Actually, it wouldn't work. But yeah, I think that like the deals we got might be better than what you could find because the hotel cut us a deal for all the rooms we got. I mean, like, you might be able to find another hotel that's cheaper, but you'll have to like travel to ours. So maybe check, if you want to do that, maybe check the hotels that are near the airport. There's even hotels in the airport. It's so big. So gun range, question mark? Oh, how much is the gun range? I think we're all out of tickets, but it was $100 even. But the $100 got you access to like, I want to say it was like 15 different guns, rifles. It was basically like for a time limit, you know, and like unlimited ammo. But don't quote me on that though. I'm not entirely sure of the details because I didn't put it together. Mike J did. So if you want to, maybe you can like send him a super chat or try to tag him on the news show and ask him, because he's the one that put all that together. So, but yeah, we're going to the gun range. I mean, I'm probably not gonna go, just because I can't afford it. But most of the people at the ICMI are going to the gun range after on the Monday after the ICMI is over, and we're basically piling into a bus and driving to Indianapolis, or Indiana. Sorry, Indiana, not specifically Indianapolis, but another part. Well, shit. I'll be leaving at 1600. Oh, really? Man, as a European, I'd be greatly interested in all that freedom. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty ripe. It's gonna be pretty ripe with freedom. This is the exact point. You know, Like, why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? That's why we're going to Hooters on Sunday. Maybe you can do the Hooters thing with us. Okay. You're coming to my home state? Question mark. Yeah, we're going to Indiana on the Monday after. I don't know where explicitly at though. So. Hey, babe. You okay? This. I'm okay. Just, you know, I guess busy. I'm gonna take the... I'll set up all the show stuff after this is over and then take the dog out. I haven't had a chance because I went right from my stream to the show. Or to this. So... Oh, right. You're just coming here for a break and then go back. When are you going to be back from that? Okay. Is it Ziggy and Marley? Oh, okay. Makes sense. All right, anyway. Brian, you think the ICMI will be held in the U.S. next year as well? No, I'm afraid not. It's already been determined that next year's ICMI is not going to be in the U.S. I don't think I can say where yet, though. So I apologize, but it won't be in the U.S. No. I hope that it comes back to the U.S. soon after. I know there have been talks about it being in Canada. It won't be next year though, that's for sure. So not even close to the U.S. I also have heard talks about it being in Pakistan. I hope that someday it is in Pakistan. I think that'd be a great place, or India or something. Because in India the men's movement is pretty huge, so maybe then. But yeah, no, not next year's already figured out. Definitely not in the U.S. Is that a pill? A pill? Oh, good. I lost that. I couldn't find it. Looks like Jojo tried to eat it. Okay. I'll clean it up. Yeah. I couldn't find. I thought I dropped a pill and I couldn't find it. All right. Killing our dog. Texas would be nice. Yeah, I've been to Texas. I went there for South by Southwest a few years ago when Gamergate was still a big thing. Yeah, it was. It was all right. It was a dry heat. I was there with Karen, and yeah, it was all right. Sorry, Jojo's got a... Borker's got a bork. But yeah. I've already been to... I've been to London twice. I've been to Australia once. And Canada multiple times. So we'll see where they do it, but I think that it'd be great if it came back to the U.S. I think it'd be great if it came back to Chicago if it does well enough, frankly. Chicago's it's a nicer city than most people know. It's just, you know, we're just unfortunately beset by a really corrupt government. That's our big problem. I would go to Canada. Cool. Yeah. Pakistan is not the place to be. Has there been one in Canada yet? No, there hasn't. Closest was Detroit. Not really close, but... When's the next one? When is the next what?
No, sorry, where?
Oh, I'm not, I can't say.
But you know it's not?
I know where it is, but I can't say.
Oh.
I know where it is, but I can't say. Not on the air. I think that we're not supposed to disclose this stuff, so I'm playing it safe and not disclosing it.
Okay.
But I know it's not in the US and it's not in Canada.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye. Anyway. Yeah, this looks good. Otherwise, Kekistan, or better yet, Ancapistan. Is Allison going to bring her Jack to the ICMI? I don't know who Jack is. Takedown MRAs seems to have a major hate boner for India's men's rights group. Takedown MRAs is this fucking retard. They have a hate boner for everybody. That's not like a fucking communist. Can you imagine? Like, I don't even know what that person does with their time except just hate. It's pretty retarded. But yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Anyway. Yeah, the Indian men's rights group, he probably hates it a lot because they're actually making the most progress. Like, they've actually put together, you know, all kinds of PSA campaigns, and they have like some pretty serious grievances that are being attended to. Yeah, it's like working out really well for them. So, okay. Jack is Allison's husband. No, you're talking about Jonathan. His name is Jonathan. Yes, he will be there. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, part's done. Takedown probably hates the Indian MRM because he thinks he can't criticize it without the threat of being called racist. There is that. I mean, by his own intersectional standards, it's probably harder for him to like hate on them. But I think it's not going to stop him from trying anyways. So, did you guys watch my stream with Bob? And if so, do you have any thoughts on it? Do you have any Belle Delphines on it? Lol. Okay. Let's see. think that's it, but I'm just gonna like look over it real quick, make sure. I'm just gonna go off a little off the page there. Yeah. Okay. Only betas and women use ad hominems. That is pretty funny. Teal Deer is premiering now. What's Teal Deer talking about? Clearly, I didn't watch your stream, Brian. Oh, no, I saw you there. I'm talking about people whose names I didn't see. How does that belt stay together? Velcro? I just didn't like draw the rest of it. I'm gonna add that in. Speaking of male feminists, what is up with them calling who are anti-feminist pick me? Are you talking about women who are anti-feminist pick me? Is that some sort of way of calling them whores or something like that? Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Put some buttons on that belt. Looks like cover art for an NES game. Lol. To Bob when you smell. Well, I don't know. I only know him as DDJ. Yeah, it was Bob Lewis. I don't know what the DDJ means. It doesn't matter. Bob Lewis isn't his real name either way, so it doesn't really matter. All right. There's the lines for that. I guess I can see some other areas where I could clean it up. Let's go in here.
I love the Englewood cover.
Thank you. I didn't get a chance to see who did that, but thank you for your kind donation. I'm glad you like it. I hope that I hope other people like it too. We might make the cover into a little kind of like a little fold out poster, you know, to include inside the book or something. So and don't worry, the book doesn't have that many splash pages or anything. I didn't lean on that crutch, as it were. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. There's one thing though I want to remove. Okay, I think that's good. Let's take a look. Thank you. All right, so let's go back over here and I will add some details to the belt. What's going on here? JW Double Black is currently kicking in, yo. Did you guys see any of the recent coverage of manga versus comic sales? That manga's outdoing comics right now? I mean, I'm not surprised by that. Like, manga's picking up a lot of steam. It's very popular. It's pretty it's like mainstream, really. Thank you, Darth Merlin, for joining the Thought Patrol. Welcome. Welcome. All right. So just going to add some beats to this. No, that's wrong. Ooh. 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 I lost friends because of the Feminist Lie book. Oh, shit. Yeah, but can't unsee now, right? I mean, it kind of is what it is. I'm sorry, Richard. Really, I am. I know your pain. I was surprised at the friends that I lost over my views, and the thing is that I have nothing against these people. I still don't. But they have something against me, and I don't know what to tell you. But I can't pretend like something that is true suddenly isn't true. You know, I think that's easy for people to do, because for some people, you know, living with a lie is just more comfortable. But I cannot unsee. Press F to Trump 2020. F seems inevitable, really. Losing friends over politics is stupid. It is stupid. But it happens. You know what, though? Here's the thing. I heard once that, you know, whether you want to or not, politics is going to become an obstacle for people in your life. And at some point, you have to deal with it. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't be friends with people with whom you disagree. But what this means is, inevitably, you're going to run into a situation where someone's worldview and yours are going to clash. And how you deal with it, well, I mean, it's going to have to be dealt with, is essentially what it means. And it's going to have to be. And that's when you're going to find out, you know, like, because, like, the thing is that I believe that people who look for the truth, they're going to alienate themselves. Just searching for truth is going to alienate you, because a lot of people don't want that. They just want to live comfortable and, you know, without worry. And so even people who say, I hate politics in X, it doesn't matter, man. Politics is interested in you, even if you're not interested in it. And I mean, I say that as somebody who tried to avoid it for the longest time. I tried to avoid it for the longest time, and now it's in everything that I love. And I don't know what to do except complain. Or not complain. But, like, face it, you know? I have to face it head on. I have to create something. I have to deal with it. But it's here. It's not going anywhere. This is just the reality. And I'm not a fan, but there it is. And this is how I lost. I lost my friends over a joke. I lost one of my friends over a joke. It was actually a really funny joke. It was basically like, it had a bunch of women with like in hijabs, and they were like a band, like a metal band or something, and it said "Name my band," and it was all these really funny ass names, right? These funny kind of names making fun of Islam. And this dude, like, he lost it. Like, he basically unfriended me. And when I asked him why, he said he tried to tell me that he made an appeal. Like, my daughter goes to a school, and there's a girl there, and she's Muslim, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't have anything against your daughter, bro. You know? but can we... And the thing is, too, is like, look, can we criticize Islam? Is that, like, off limits? Why is that off limits? Because you guys don't have a problem criticizing Christianity, even if that means strawmanning it to do so. Where you're basically saying things about it that just aren't true. You know? Seems like that's okay. But yeah, he said, you know, I don't know. It was a funny ass fucking post. It's old. It's in my Facebook wall someplace. Is he a trans person now? No, he's not a trans person now. He's a father of 2. Quilting has always been political? Well, I don't know. Probably. I could see people right now saying that, you know, if you make a quilt, you have to make it political in X way. And, yeah, it's sad. So, the new Bomb Turks... All we wanted was play video games. Yep. Her, Sky Daddy, Herder. Yeah, really. Yeah, I can't remember the names of the bands, but they were fucking funny. Anywho. Zero, are you still there? Zero's Hobbies? Bro? Are you still watching? Alright. All right. I don't want to be boring, so I'm sorry. I got like a little caught up in doing this. I'm just gonna close this off. It's not very symmetrical. Trans people started to go into schools for disabled people. Go into school. So do you have trans people in your class? Is that what you're saying? Throw some diamonds on it. I'm just gonna, because it's not really the focus, I'm just gonna throw some plates and I don't even know. I'm just gonna try to like make it work in some way. A large quilting group on Facebook banned all Trump supporters. What I posted was their defense. Oh yeah, I think I heard something about that. There's a mosque in my area that is known for radicalizing. Yeah, well, that happens. Hey, I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner. Let me know if you guys hear it. This is like really fucking hot in here, so I apologize if it gets noisy. If it gets noisy, let me know. Okay, so let's see. These things get pretty fucking detailed. I'm not really sure. I think this is one of the reasons why I was kind of avoiding, because it's not like people are gonna see this, but. It's more to teach people about trans people. Iron Adam John. I had a friend when I started criticizing feminism. His response was, "What, are you gay?" I'm not kidding. That was his response. He couldn't separate women from feminists. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a very common thing that I see, where people think I'm talking about women. If you really knew the truth about it, you would understand why it's not just bad for men. It's bad for women. It's really, and it has no interest. It doesn't have an interest in women's well-being, like at all. It doesn't. It uses them to propagate itself. It's the only thing it cares about. I mean, how can you have an ideology that demonizes half the population and expects the other half to be happy when we need each other? Quite easily, you know? Something critical about women makes me happy gay. Yeah, really. Waiting this. I can't hear your AC, but I feel it's misogyny. Lol. Did you guys ever hear about the thing with Chelsea Kane versus the trans community over her Man-Eaters comic? Who's Chelsea Kane and what's the Man-Eaters comic? He is wildly blue pill. Everything he does is to satisfy women's preferences. He ended up getting a divorce from a borderline. Yeah, I knew a guy who I used to play D&D with, right? And he was a great player. And I didn't get to hang out with him very much. I knew him through another friend that I had known a lot longer. But this guy was like a great Dungeons and Dragons player. Like he would like make these really great characters, and you know, he always had a lot of fun. And I didn't have to worry about fucking, you know, dealing with people that are getting too meta or micromanaging or min-maxing or being a bad player. He was a great player. But when he found out that I was a Gamergate supporter, you know, he called me a fedora tipper or something like that and just stopped talking to me. And it turned out later, I'm not kidding about this, this guy literally cucked. Like his wife was sleeping with a neighbor and he had to, they had a kid together. So he had to make it work in that he was literally like living like Harry Potter, like under the fucking. He would hang out with us online under the stairs while his abusive wife was like going out and like sleeping with other dudes, and he had to like he stayed married because he was worried about his kid, which I understand to a degree. But you know, he never dealt with that. He just kind of let her do it. And I was like, I mean, I stopped talking to him. It was after I stopped talking to her, or he stopped talking to me rather, that I found out. And I was like, dude, you needed men's issues. Like, you literally needed that. You should not have been in that situation. You know, you have like no self-respect. And the reason why is because you think that even when your wife was sucking another man's dick, you were thinking that she had it worse than you because she's female. That person does not love you and is not deserving of your love. I mean, that's fucked, if you ask me. Literally cucked. Like, he's not even sure that his kid is his kid now. But as far as I know, he's stuck raising it, or at least that's what he believes. Because if he doesn't, you know, he's going to lose everything. He's going to lose his kid. He's going to lose his house, you know. He was like a lawyer or something. He made really good money. Hoo boy, she wrote the Mockingbird comic that got everyone all worked up. Oh. I can only extend my sympathy so far. I get it. But I'm telling you, that really happened. It was fucked up. Yeah, it should never have happened. So. Anyway. But yeah, it's something. I knew another guy. I talked about this on my stream before. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. One more. I talked about this on my stream, a stream I did a while back, where I had a friend. I used to live with him. He used to be my roommate, and I don't talk to him much because I didn't get along with his wife because she was a fucking bitch. They got divorced. Anyway, his name was Josh. But anyway, it was around the time that Milo Yiannopoulos was supposed to be speaking at UIC, I think, and he had to cancel. And this was after the first time he went. No, it wasn't UIC. I'm sorry. It was DePaul. And that was when, you know, the Black Lives Matter people charged the stage, and she was like, "What you gonna do?" You know. And so he went there. Oh, he was going to go, and something happened. Oh no, this professor was trying to get him canceled, right? To make sure he didn't get to speak there. Turned out that the professor was a friend of Josh's, and he was the most vocal person, right? And I argued against it, and the guy got so fucking mad. Like, Karen also argued against him, and I didn't even realize that we had like a mutual acquaintance. And I mean, this guy was like, he had a lot of hatred in him. He thought I was the worst kind of person, and I was like, dude, you don't know me, you know? That's the thing, like, these people don't know me. They can't hurt you if they don't know you, and they're just making shit up. They can only physically try to hurt you. But this guy, despite the fact that he lives in Chicago, if he ever tries anything, he'd have to come to where I live. I don't think he'd be very comfortable here in the hood. How to Kill a Mockingbird comic. Yeah, that was Exploding Printing was saying that. Don't kink shame the mature man's fetish, Brian. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that wasn't something he was trying to do. Fairly certain. Anyway. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so I've detailed that a bit more. I think it looks a little better than it did. Yeah, I think that'll do. I don't want to go too crazy. I didn't put any letters on it because I need to look at the script. I think that if there's a name of the federation, the kind of MMA federation that exists in the book, I'll want to put that on the belt someplace. But I'll have to look at the script, and I don't want to do that now because it'll be boring. So I can come back to this a little bit later. But I think this panel looks a lot better. So don't worry about where it gets all blurry because the page ends. Like there's a box where the page ends. So, but yeah, I'm gonna save this where it is. Wasn't much to do here. I just wanted to like make things a little bit more interesting. Let me also move this around a little bit. So I think if it's like this, that might look better. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I'll save. And then I think, let me look at what page 3 looks like, because I definitely have to do some refinements. So I'm going to open page 3. Let's see, page 3, here we go. Yeah, this one definitely needs to be cleaned up a little, because it's kind of like the lines are sloppy. But there's not much to that, so I'll work on that tomorrow. I want to get all these done. This is page 1. I've fixed a lot. So here's the first shot. I like this a lot more. I might do more windows. I'm not sure. Because it might, you know, like if it gets too busy. I think people get the idea of what this is. But I might add some more detail to that. This is page 2, which I think is, panel number 2, which I think looks good. Again, puts the focus where it needs to be, which is on the Prudential Plaza here. And then page 3, which is our silhouetted, well, they're not silhouetted in this particular image, but these guys talking. And then we go page 2, where you have this. This is to like mainly give the colorist something to look at. Page 3 used to be a nice site. Is that even a thing anymore? And now here's page 3. So I think we're in business. I think we're in business, and let me look at page 4, because I want to see how much work I have cut out for me. So page 4, I think is pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, page 4 is good. Probably doesn't need much, if anything. Maybe like a couple tweaks, you know. And then page 5, let me open it. I think page 5 is also good. So I might just need to fix page 3 and like ask about page 4. Yeah, page 5 is also good. Again, some refinements. I'll erase the speed lines on this panel here. Clean that up, but all of this looks pretty good. So yeah, I think we're good. So, and then I'll continue from there and work on sketches. So it's 2:30. I gotta go because I gotta give the dog a walk and get the news show ready. So I'm gonna thank you guys for coming on the Comicsgate art stream. Please give me a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the bell for notifications. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the how the pages are coming along. And don't forget to support the Indiegogo. by going to the low bar. The Indiegogo campaign is there. We're doing very well. And then as soon as I'm done working on the panels for Englewood #1, I personally am going to put out the Indiegogo for Bombshell #1. And so I will be doing Bombshell. I've already done enough work on it that I can set up the Indiegogo, but I don't want to like create too much work for myself, so I got to pace it out. So Englewood first, and then as soon as that's done, I'm gonna do Bombshell. And so like get ready for that, because Bombshell is gonna be super exciting, fun, and sexy. And if you like those things together, then I think you'll enjoy the book. So again, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and leave me a comment. Thank you so much for coming on the Comics Art stream, and I'll see you guys tonight with the news show. Have a good one, everybody.